Really? Really?
We decided to go with dino shirts.
I thought Golden Globes.
No, dino shirts. I think I have a way to fix this though. See, I'm formal, you're formal. Bow ties are cool.
Okay, let's do this.
Hi, I'm Madeline Pello, Conference Director of Communications, and I'm here with Nick Ruxton, who's our conference videographer. And at the end of this year, we thought it would be a good time to wrap up what we thought was the top news for the Virginia Conference this year. So we have our top 5 picks.
So I would say probably one of my favorite, because I'm an outdoors person, is the Downriver Devotion with the Reverend Gary Heaton down in Roanoke. Remember, we paddled through the city, and then we had the devotion on the Greenway with members of the community, as well as people from the church. And I thought that was really cool because he wanted to get outside of the church, and he really had this great ministry.
Yeah, I think Gary has a great example of how to work with the community around you. And also, if you've ever talked to Gary, he really is so spiritual about God's creation. So if you ever want to get in touch with nature, he is such a great person to really help you see the spirituality around us. So the next one I want to bring up was the February Advocate. That was about knitting ministries, crocheting ministries, sewing ministries. And what I loved about it is I sent out a call to say, hey, send me your stories. I had an overwhelming amount of people send in stories. I had to tell people I literally could have made 3 advocates based on what I got. And what I loved about these stories, reading through these ministries, was realizing that there is mission behind this. There's love that the women put into the work they do, but there's mission. And I hope that people who read this issue understood that mission, that love. It was a great issue for us this year.
We can't go on without our top 5 without something from our new Bishop Sharma D. Lewis. She has brought so much energy here and really has brought this new charge to the conference that we're working through on what that means for us. But I would have to say her first annual conference. That annual conference really rejuvenated me, and I literally had to have my running shoes because I had to chase her. And I don't think I have had to do that with anybody else working here. But it was really cool to see how she has brought the energy to our conference, as well as using Bishop Cho's charge for prayer, but adding on to that. So it was really cool to see.
We can't wrap up this year without reflecting back on a lot of natural disasters that have affected the U.S. this year. And Virginia Conference, much like any other year, stepped up to the plate. At the last count, that was at the end of September, the most official count, we had over 4,300 flood buckets that were collected for Louisiana, Texas, and Florida. So we just want to say thank you again to all the help from the individuals in the local churches. And the Virginia Conference really cares about mission here and around the world, so that was a big news story for us.
So I have to be a little selfish on this last one. When I went with a group to Cambodia for 2 weeks to be in partnership with the leaders of the Cambodian Methodist Church to help them grow in their faith, but also give them a toolbox, if you will, of different ministry resources that then they can take into their congregations. So I'm gonna be selfish on this one. I'm sorry, I just have to do it. And next year you gotta go somewhere. So
there we go.
Let's see where you're going.
I like that charge. That's a good charge. So thank you guys for joining us, and comment below to tell us what you think were the top news stories of this year. Thank you for such a great year. Nick and I love what we do. We love telling your stories, and we will see you in 2018.
And don't forget, if you have something that you want us to come out to, great ministry, great event, please feel free to contact us, because we would love to see what you're doing in your local church and community. From all of us here at the conference office and around the conference, we just really like to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.